I am still with Shane McGregor, and our conversation continued. Shane, off air, you explained to me something. You explaining what fan coach can affect a bench coach decisions. So you meant the changing of the goalkeeper could have been because the coach listened to the fans.
Well, you know, Chris, the fans are a big thing, and we, especially in South Africa, they pick on players, and that's a big thing. And I think that's what happened at Pirates. So they were gunning for the goalkeeper, and I think the coach wisely did that. Took him off just before the penalties to save him from that. Because what happens if they had scored all 5 penalties? The fans are going to blame the goalkeeper. Mm-hmm. So I think he did the right thing in the game before. And it paid off in the final, leaving him on. Gave him the confidence, and look what he did. I mean, he was brilliant. Absolutely. He won man of the match, and he deserves it.
Listen, when you get to spot kicks, immediately attention goes to the goalkeeper. And what he did, it was amazing. I mean, taking the first 3 penalties. What was amazing about what he did is, he did it by the rule. He was not jumping the line. He was actually coming from the line. It was just brilliant to watch. The game itself, how did you judge the game? I loved watching the whole 90 minutes of the game.
I did. I just felt, obviously, the conditions didn't help both sets of teams.
The wind.
The wind was terrible. It was shocking. But you have to adjust, and that's all part of being a professional footballer. You've got to adjust to the conditions. I thought it took a little bit away from the game. But I did think, and I'm going to say this, I did think it favoured Pirates a little bit more because it stopped Sundowns playing their natural game. So, but good luck to them. They won it, and that's the main thing, you know. At the end of the day, the trophy's in their cabinet.
I remember once we travelled, you were our coach, we went to Cape Town. And each time the goalkeeper kicked the ball comes back to the goalkeeper. So you needed to start the game from the back. Very, very difficult when you go to play in the coastal area. People don't understand it. And of course, it is hard as well coming in Johannesburg in a high altitude. Yeah. So football is difficult. Shane, I am celebrating. Arsenal won. I am with the people who bet with Arsenal. Arsenal won. As a coach, tactically, break down that game.
Well, you know, tactically, both teams actually were subbing each other off. You know, they shut down Gain White, Chris, and both teams did that. So.
But both as well missed the white players. They didn't finish this side. They did not have Saka that side. So Martinelli was not playing, and Silva came in the middle. So they did not have width.
That's a problem, and the width was a big problem. So, and they also shut it down because teams now know that half of your goals, 90% of your goals come from width. And when I say come from width, not just getting there and crossing balls, it's getting there, bringing players in, cutting inside, like Saka does. And he was sorely missed because he does that. He goes and then he cuts inside and creates space, and that causes problems. So that was sorely missed. And they did cancel each other out in that form. You know, going down the middle, I don't think you're going to get more goals. And people don't realize this. Width doesn't mean getting the wide and knocking crosses in. It means opening the game because then you stretch in the game.
So the question I had for you when I was watching the game, I nearly wrote a message to you. Did this game actually prove the cancellation of the number 9? Because if you have Haaland as your number 9, you know there is a goal. But yet he had no shot on target, no shot off target, no attempt. Can we say now football number 9 is cancelled?
Not cancelled, but, you know, if you're not getting the service, that's what happens. You know, you can be the best number 9 in the world, and I rate Haaland as the best number 9 in the world.
Deep, collect the ball.
But that's taken away because you want the player in the box in case the ball comes in there. So it's a catch-22 situation. It really is. But that's modern-day football now. When he gets a chance, he's going to take it. But there were no chances created because they cancelled each other out. And that's the whole tactic. And I thought Arsenal got it right. Tactically, they were 100% right. They've got a little bit more confidence in themselves now. They're not the team where they used to fold. And they always had the bad reaction against Man City. They believe in themselves now. And they know now, especially now, we can beat Man City. We can beat any team in the country. Just got to play like that.
Before the international break, Bundesliga, that was another humdinger weekend of Bundesliga. Do you think this will continue after the break or not? I thought maybe Bayern Munich won't have any good result in the weekend, but boom, cheese.
Yeah.
Totally different from before.
Totally different. And that, I told you, Chris, that the league has become competitive. Who's on top of the league again? I can't remember. Leverkusen, I would say. I just remember that in the beginning of the season what I told you.
Just check it here. It is here, I think.
Exactly what I told you in the beginning of the season, Leverkusen. But that has become a very competitive league. And it used to be Bayern. Now you've got 4 or 5 teams that are vying for that top spot. And it makes it good. It makes it interesting.
We're going to a segment where Banele come and replace me in the bench. And you will be talking all about the market and the betting. How difficult is to bet? I'll ask this question again. How difficult is to bet in an international game where you don't know who's going to start, who's going to play, and what the coach is thinking?
It's actually very difficult, Chris, and I'll tell you why, even more so now, is a lot of the teams have already qualified. So will the coach play fringe players? Will the coach play his full team if you've already qualified? That you've got to have a look at. So the closer to the game itself as you can go, that's when you must have your bet. You know,
is this the time where you start betting based on the ranking?
Well, you've got to look at the ranking, but you also got to look, as I said to you, what teams have qualified, what teams still need to qualify, the importance of the game. For instance, Scotland come up against Spain. Scotland have won 5 out of 5. Do they play their full team and keep the momentum going?
Do you want to lose against Spain and have a bad story? So this is the time. Banile will come here, and the conversation is all about what you need to hear, what you need to do for you to be richer than the person who was last weekend. So but before you do that, you need first to log on, sign up, and make that deposit. If you do that, you're standing a good chance of becoming a little bit richer. So until next week, I will be back here with Shane McGregor, continuing our lectures about football. Au revoir.